Hello everyone, and welcome to my guide on how to fight a Nightblade in the Elder Scrolls Online. And I made this guide out of popular request. There's a lot of people who have trouble fighting Nightblades, and it's understandable because Nightblade is the class that of course has stealth. So how do you deal with an enemy Nightblade in PvP? Well, that is what this guide is going to help you guys with. We're going to go over some fights. We're going to go into detail what we're doing to actually fight the Nightblades. So we're going to talk about the decisions I make, why I make them, the different things that you can do to give yourself an edge against a Nightblade, and how you can even start to read and predict what the Nightblade is going to do even while they're invisible. Now, this guide, of course, is a more advanced PvP guide, but if you guys are beginners, don't worry, you can still get a lot of really useful information from this. And of course, if you guys are beginners, I have got some really awesome beginner guides as well for PvP, and links to those bad boys are down in the description below. Now, if you guys like this guide, hit that like button at any point during the video. If you guys are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I create regular ESO content 5 days a week, so you guys can expect lots from my channel. Otherwise, I hope that you guys enjoy this more analytical breakdown of the gameplay, and I'd love to hear your suggestions for what you guys would like to see in the future from these kinds of videos. So please share them with me in the comment section below, and let's begin. Alright guys, so let's jump into the video. So to begin, we are outside an enemy keep here, and we see an enemy mark come down on us. The first thing I do is I purge it, and then I hold block and wait. And you see I actually let go of the block just a little bit too early there, but we do predict the incoming gank from the Nightblade. So mark is a great indicator of the fact that a Nightblade is about to smack you. So your best course of action is to hold block to prevent that big incoming attack and that incoming stun from stealth. Now, of course, as a Templar, you can see that I'm also purging off the marks as well. There we see I take a nasty siege smack, and we purge not only the mark, but the siege dots as well. I think it's well worth noting that Nightblade carries a lot of damage over time and debuffs on their kits normally, and they love to run the poisons as well, so having a strong purge is a great way to help deal with a Nightblade also. So up until this point, you can see that I've done a great job just counterplaying the opponent's stealth here, just waiting for the Nightblade to re-mark me and re-engage. Now, there is more than one Nightblade here, but it's just the one that's going to pick on me for a little while here. And as you can see, I'm holding block, and he goes for the time stop. Now, the time stop is a great stun that goes through block, but Nightblade is also equipped with fear, which will go through your block as well. So the thing I want to note here is how we used the Nightblade wanting to stun us in order to force them into a position. Essentially, by denying the Nightblade the ability to block us without something like time stop or fear, they either have to come right underneath us, or they have to cast the very lengthy time stop from a distance, which gives us a lot of notice and an ability to easily get away from it. So now you guys can see that I've managed to successfully kind of stall out the Nightblade's ability to open on me. As long as I know she's there, I can make sure to keep my block up, just keep my buffs up as well, and just wait for the Nightblade to open on me. Now, a big plus is that I'm on my regular build that runs Mist Form as well, so I can also hide in Mist Form just like that in order to soak up the incoming damage and stuns and give my stamina bar a little bit of rest. And there we see I'm just patient with the Magicka Nightblade is attacking at a distance, and I just wait for my opportunity to open on her here. And I put quite a bit of pepper into her, but she does a great job defending herself, and I'm unable to put some serious damage into her. She's got some really big shields also going for the barrier there, but the really important thing I want to note is that this is a Magicka Nightblade. They have a really high stealth uptime, and he should be able to open with big damage on me, especially considering how squishy a build I'm on. But I'm just continuing to keep my block up and just playing smart with the counterplay. We keep our javelin out and ready, keeping the block up, rolling in between as well, just whatever we have to do to actively keep our defenses up here. Now, if I was on something like a Magicka build, I think a great alternative to holding block would also to be stacking a bunch of shields, making sure that you have all your buffs and hots up, as well as a reflect is going to do a lot of work, I think, preventing a Nightblade from opening on you really big. And there we see, again, I do a great job just shutting down the Nightblade offensively, and we predict the incoming stun from her with the mist there. So now I'm kind of dropping the block because I'm starting to get a little bit of of a feel for her rotation, so I know when I'm safe and when I'm not, and that's just from fighting her build. I'm getting the feel for how she's going to attack me out of stealth, and here we see as my resource gets a little bit lower, I just go back into the terrain. Ghost, of course, not the tankiest open field build, but with a little bit of kite, we can easily get a whole bunch of resource back, and we've got another Nightblade opening on us here. So I make sure to go into the mist form right away. The mist form's such a great tool against something like a Nightblade, preventing the stun, preventing the burst as well, so we can come out of our mist or just use it to escape. But I guess the big point that I'm trying to get at, and that you guys will see as these Nightblades jump on top of me, is that you want to make sure to keep your guard up. And there we see both Nightblades come out of stealth on me there, and I have my defenses up. We do take quite a bit of damage because they still hit us pretty hard, but we managed to survive, get a quick stun off on this Templar, hit him with our ultimate, and quickly finish off one of those yellow players. Now that was a sweet animation cancel to get that kill, but the big reason why we managed to get the kill was because of the defensive things that we were doing to make it happen. We opened with our combo. There you see we hit the full greatsword with the cancel on the dodge roll, and then after the execute, we hold block as well. Follow out with a weapon swap into block, into roll. Very important that we made these defensive plays because it's going to allow us to not only not get killed, but we're not going to get stunned during the duration of this combo. Look at that huge incoming attack and the javelin. We could have gotten stunned right at the beginning of that combo, and that could have been really deadly out in an open position like that. So yet again, stressing the importance of keeping your guard up when you know your opponent is going to open out of stealth. So as you guys can see, they are coming on me pretty hard after taking that Templar down, and we go for a great kite back around the top again, and we score a beautiful kill there. Now this kill starts right here. Look at the movement of the enemy group. We fake going behind the tree, we switch directions and loop around the rock. Now even though these guys are in stealth, they're still going to follow the movement that they see me doing, so they go predictably around the rock. And if you watch the motion of the group, as I jump over the player here, he's actually not even looking. He has no idea where I am as I'm going over top of him, and we get that beautiful stun into the kill there. And as you guys can see, I actually hold the block, and then I let it go just a little bit too early and end up eating that meteor. Huge mistake that nearly cost me, and there we see my precognition is also not going to work, and now I just have to use my speed. Now, a big thing that I want to stress about, this here we get super lucky. There's no words to describe. We managed to make it to the potion, but a big thing I want to stress here is that even though your opponent's invisible, they're still going to chase you in the same kind of fashion as a visible opponent would. So you have to keep that in mind when you're fighting Nightblades, is that just because they stealthed, you can still kind of predict where they're going to go or how they're going to move depending on the situation of the fight. And as you guys could see there, I managed to escape yet again. And of course, that escape was allowed because we kept our defense up after we got that potion, making sure to keep our block up, keep our mist up, and not allow these guys to hit us with really nasty attacks. This guy hits us with a draining shot stun. We just quickly break it and open with the javelin. And then I go for a little bit of a fake with the mist, trying to pull these guys back into my cubbyhole here. But after killing their two friends, those guys end up running off. So I do a little bit of moseying around, looking for more players, and just kind of picking at the side of the AD Zerg here until we manage to find a few guys that are busy teabagging a dead player. So we're just going to pick on them a little bit. This guy goes for the Meteor right away. We respond with our Mist Form. Mist Form's such a good counter to Meteor, just like a stun from Stealth. Mist is just going to soak up that damage, prevent the stun and everything. And then we go for just a quick kite back into the rocks to pull this group apart. And now we've got two very melee-centric stamina builds kind of opening on us here. So I'm thinking we're going to have an incoming Dawnbreaker from these guys for sure. So a big thing when I know that my opponent is likely running Dawnbreakers, I do a lot of direction changing when I'm under their feet. These guys, unfortunately, are not going to stick around for the fight. They don't want to. The Nightblade opens on us. Now, he actually didn't open from stealth, and we didn't see him coming, so he could have got the stun there. But because he did not, we punish him really hard with the Javelin stun into the Greatsword ultimate. Follow it up with a really fast Executioner cancel, because I don't think he's going to roll as he's on a mag build, but he does roll. So I, of course, respond with the Stealth Detect, having missed that attack, knowing he's going to go into Cloak, and I pop his Cloak right away, and there we see he tries tries to recloak in my stealth detect, and I still am going to keep him popped here, continuing to keep him heavily dotted up. The Nightblade is in big trouble. He doesn't have a shade down, and as long as I have him dotted and I'm on top of him, he cannot re-enter stealth. And there you see, we managed to finish him off there. So there you are, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this more analytical breakdown of a fight against some Nightblades. I know that fighting Nightblades is something that people have struggled with, so I hope that you guys got some good tips from this. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you guys are new here, hit that subscribe button. I play live on Twitch. If you guys want to catch the live gameplay, you can check out a link in the description below. We also feature community content. We feature top 5s, and I feature builds on the channel. So if you guys want to send in any content to be featured, send it to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. And finally, guys, we are sponsored by What the Fast. They're a VPN for gamers. They're free to try for the first 14 days via the link below. So give them a shot if you guys want to try them out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you again next time.